All right.
I said no.
So
Oh
Lauren did.
my god. I pressed play and you're like, no. I was like, oh.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
So after your bathing excursion and getting rested and rejuvenated, Evelyn had taken you back to Eliot's tower in Haven, where you guys have all kind of prepared yourselves for the upcoming battle. But as you have done this, Evelyn requests your presence in the main room. As you all gather round the open fire, it's all decorated for Yule with garlands of evergreen and sparkling fairy lights and magical fire, and lights are all around. Just mistletoe is hung, stockings are hung by the fire. It's just such a very Christmas time magical experience in the in the clock tower as Yule has fast approached. Evelyn, weirdly enough, is not in her usual black. She has donned on a red and white fur trimmed um, dress as well as a cloak of emerald green. And she wears a red knitted cap as she in gloves, um, as it looks to be that she is ready to go outside in the snow that seems to be falling on the outside of the clock tower um, giant window. It's kind of over the beautifulness of it all. But, anyways, Evelyn doesn't say anything. She just continues to walk back and forth, pacing near Eliot's desk.
Val is pressed against the window, like the clock window, looking out at the snow and be like, and like heavy breathing, just staring at it. She's like, it's home.
Bailey will go over to Evelyn and just kind of reach out and put a hand on her arm. Be like, hey, you okay?
Yes, I am fine. Are you okay?
Yeah. What's on your mind?
Well, a lot. But I don't have time to go into the intricacies of everything that's been going on in the past 48 hours in Everas. Back in the tower, it's been days, I feel like. But I want to do something special for you all.
Okay.
I need everyone to go to their rooms and put on the outfits I prepared for you in your wardrobes.
Okay.
All right,
Val's running.
Why?
What are we
just
going to be doing? I thought we were off to battle.
just do it.
Okay, my queen. And Elowen says it in a kind of like funny, mockingly tone, and she turns around and she goes to her room to change.
Elowen,
Yes?
say that again.
Yes, my queen.
Oh, I missed hearing that. Okay, go on.
Okay.
Bailey gives us short curtsy and walks off to go change.
So you all go to your rooms and you see that there in your wardrobes there are like decorative outfits for Christmas time and the holiday spirit, but very much so in your character's aesthetics. You know, Bailey's might be crimson reds and dark golds. Val's is like bright blues and silvers. Elowen's is, emerald greens and evergreens and with like little like holly and mistletoe berries all sewn into her cloak and poncho. And Lucan's is decked out in fur and like a nice white overcoat lined with like animal fur. And you see that inside of each of the pockets there is a little note, a note inside of it. And you see written in Eliot's handwriting, he says, "Happy Yuletide. Wish I could be there. XO, Eliot."
Oh.
Hmm.
Val comes out in her little like blue and silver dress, and she's like, "Who wants a snowball fight? I'm the reigning champ of my whole pod."
There'll be plenty of time for that later, but I need everyone else to join.
Okay. I didn't know it snowed in Everas. This is amazing.
You didn't know it snowed here?
No, I only thought it snowed where I was from.
Interesting. Well, welcome to winter.
I like winter.
Everyone else, you join back in the main room in your outfits and stuff like this, and Eliot Evelyn claps for him together, and she goes, "Okay, you all look rather dashing. We are going on a field trip."
We're tripping through fields.
No,
Okay, where are we going?
But we have so much to do.
tonight we celebrate.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. But what about, like Elowen said, literally everything we have to do?
There's time. I promise.
It's a bold assumption.
We are going to a cozy little village north called Mistletoe Pines.
Okay.
And I thought it would be festive for us, for me, to show you what you're fighting for. Now,
Okay.
everyone to the roof.
Oh,
Can't
Okay.
you just
okay.
teleport us?
I have a feeling you'll like this.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
You climb the iron stairs up towards the roof, where a bitter cold and snowfall hits you. But as you look out below to the city, you see it all lit up in colorful and festive lighting, and people going about their days, and the sounds of jingle bells and people caroling, and it's just a very kind of cozy, quiet evening. Then you see that there is a black sleigh, um, ornate with gold trim and things like that, sitting there on the edge of the rooftop. And Evelyn says, "Here is our ride. Come on, everyone aboard." And she gets down and sits in the front.
But it's just a sleigh on the roof.
Get in. Do you trust me?
Yes, you know I trust you. But how do we make it move?
You'll see.
All
Val
right.
cozy up next to her.
Haley will get in.
So, Ellen,
Everyone's on board? Perfect. She takes up the reins um, from the head of the sleigh, and she like gives it a nice little whip, and you see 8 black skeletal horses appear in front of the sleigh, each donned on with like a collar of bells, and you see the eighth one up top with a glowing purple nose. She's like, "We are going to fly."
Fly. And Thal's like crouching underneath the sleigh because she's afraid of the horses. Again.
how peculiar. Where did they come from?
Um, Never mind that. Let's go. And she does another another whip of the reins, and the sleigh starts moving. And just as it starts falling over, I mean, like falling over the edge
Yeah.
of the
Screaming.
rooftop, it catches itself, and you guys fly over the tops of. Let me see here. Oh, apparently that's not what I wanted to do.
You know, guys, this isn't nearly as bad as the brooms.
I like the brooms. You can
This
just
is
roll 'em better.
relaxing. I don't know. This is kind of nice. It's more comfortable.
Kind of had a steep start there, but this is amazing. Thank you, Evelyn.
Of course. I figured it would get you all in the festive mood.
Right now.
If that's Ken, you guys can go.
No, it's Justin.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
No shots. You're not allowed to leave.
We're not jumping out of our seats. We're here to commit to D&D.
You're fine.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
here, in the bard set list, if you want some ambience, you begin to fly over Haven and pass by the castle as kind of the sheer joy of the magic of Yule kind of overwhelms you. Evelyn pulls out a small little satchel and she's like, here. And she takes out, and there's little gingerbread cookies that she's made that are shaped like apples. And then she pulls out mugs of hot chocolate for you all to enjoy on the trip. I figured a little road trip needs some snacks.
Did you bake these yourself?
Of course.
Huh. I didn't know you could bake.
Oh, there's plenty of things that I can bake. Apple tart, apple strudel, apple pie, apple gingerbread, apple teenies, if you consider that baking, apple cookies, apple muffins. Well, just about anything with apple in it. I'm your girl.
You really like apples.
I have an affinity for them, yes. Now, we'll be there soon, but if you have time to chit chat and talk about the things that you're thankful for this year, we'll be there in about an hour.
That's quite a time to ask that question. And she holds the hot mug close to herself, warms her hands with it.
Well, for one thing, I'm thankful for the 5 of you, or the 4 of you now.
Yeah, likewise. You guys mean a
Thank-
lot to me.
Mhm.
Although this was a rather negative, daunting adventure, I don't know where I would be without you.
Yeah. We've really become a family.
We have my royal friends.
The
Thanks,
sub
Evelyn.
friends.
Now, let's see, just over the Frostfell Mountains now. Oh, if you see there, that's in the entrance to Bold Boulder.
Whoa.
Oh, we're already back?
Well, this is a magic sleigh. We get places very quickly. I had to borrow it. Give it a little paint job, but you know,
Who'd you borrow it from?
that's not important.
Do they know you took it or borrowed it?
Let's just say the person I borrowed it from owed me a favor.
Fair enough for me.
Okay. Well, it's pretty slick.
Oh, and look at that. Just passing the little town of Watford, a nice little port town that's right connected to the forest and the moonglade. that travels across over to Altus. If you look just over there, and you see across the sea a giant mountainous region of Altus and a forest and beautifulness, and you see the treetop of the elder tree kind of glowing in gold magicalness as the elves are celebrating Yule.
Wow.
Wow.
I've never
That's a
seen.
celebration.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. We have fun. Not as a different kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying we don't really partake in drinking or anything like that. So it's just a different kind of celebrating. We have a lot of fun. One day you'll get to see the tribe for what they are. Sooner than later.
Well, I can't wait.
Get to meet my people.
Perfect. Oh,
Be fun.
and there is Dunbrook and the Circle of Stones. You guys were just there recently.
We were.
That was an amazing place.
Hmm.
We're just coming up over the Northuldran Forest. And you look just out on the sea there, and then you see this island with a beautiful, magnificent castle at the top of the island with a spiraling village below. Corona, a beautiful kingdom with a beautiful princess.
Makes me thirsty.
Well, you have hot chocolate if you need it.
Sure. She starts drinking it.
And oh, there's Arendelle.
I know that place.
Yes, we're
So
closing
wait,
up on
this. I thought it would just be a little bit north. We're going all the way north.
all the way north. And there is the Dark Sea, and where Otahallan is.
You guys, that's where I'm from. Do you go to swimming? Hi, family. She's waiting. She screamed out to them.
It looks a little chilly for us, Thal.
Chilly. Oh yeah, I remember feeling cold at one time I was a human. That was weird. I didn't like it.
I'm so sorry. The
Yeah.
cold is, yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold either.
I'm sorry I turned you human for a little bit. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'd rather be alive. Trust me. I mean, I feel bad that you have the hellhound after you, and that's not the greatest.
You're not the reason. Remember?
Oh yeah. That's true. You
Because
gotta.
I brought back that little boy.
I didn't help though.
You did a perfect amount of help. I'm trying to kind of stall.
That's fine. How are your hellhounds? She looks at Evelyn.
Well, thankfully they have not penetrated Everas just yet. Eliot's been very helpful with that.
Well, that's good. Helping the both of you.
We'll be okay for some time.
Well, I hope the Chadwick plan works. It does sound sound. Sound.
And don't worry, Elowen, we'll figure this out, especially with knowing that if we can trade,
Yes, but
Chadwick's life.
you know what? I thought about it, and I don't know if the Hellhound could catch up to us before the end.
We'll see. I might have a way to summon them.
What?
Oh,
Yes, there might be a way to summon them.
that sounds scary.
So after we kill Chadwick, we summon them?
We won't be killing Chadwick.
I
The
thought that was
Hellhounds
the
will
whole
be.
plan. Oh.
We lure him into the trap, and then they come upon him and they bite his freaking neck out.
As long as he's gone.
Just blood everywhere. She's very animated right now.
I like the enthusiasm, Thal, but
Just like a shark. Have you ever seen a shark eat? It's messy. They go. They thrash and everything.
And you're sure that's going to take care of the entirety of the syndicate?
I hope it will. I can't be positive, but if he's the leader of the syndicate, we shouldn't have any problem.
You don't think somebody else will step up?
Should we kill them
If
all?
That's kind of what I was thinking, Thal.
the syndicate runs deep, and that is a war that will be have to left to another time. Killing the leader should disenfragment them.
Enough for
We-
the world to end.
Right. Yeah, I guess there's that. All
The,
right.
the
As long
great
as he's
sleep.
dead.
The world will do it for us.
Right.
And plus, we don't know if those people that are there are not being tricked into it, forced against their own ways to partake in the syndicate. What if they're tricked? What if their families are being held ransom and they have to work for the syndicate in order to get them back? We don't know all the situations. All we know is Chadwick's evil. He's the one who's been dealing with it.
I guess that's true. I mean, I was part of it. Okay, well, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We can't hear you, Sid.
Are you
Oh.
push to talk? Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help her.
Okay.
Achievement unlocked.
I
Yeah,
like
you didn't
that.
have to call IT support. Good job.
Not this time.
Okay. Sid, you good? I want to hear your voice.
I think I'm good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Aurora Borealis comes, and you fly past it as you are going to the very farthest point north that probably any of you has ever been. And eventually the lights start to kind of streak along you of the sleigh ride, and it kind of fully envelops all around you as these beautiful, oh my god, these beautiful lights. I'm just gonna turn that effect off. Um, go all around you and light up with greens and blues and yellows and hues, and eventually it kind of just this awe-inspiring moment as you pass through the lights, and then you see a snow-covered vast woodland and mountain range, and you see just in the distance a glowing warm light coming from a village, just nestled within the kind of woodlands of this area. And the sleigh starts to make its decline, and it smooths on into the snow, and before making a stop. And Evelyn looks around and she says, "Perfect, smooth landing. We've made it. Welcome to Mistletoe Pines."
Definitely a winter wonderland.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Snow's here 24/7, and it's always Yule time here.
Like the snow part.
Always?
Mm-hmm. Come on, let me show you
How,
something.
how can it always be Yule time?
I didn't make the rules.
Fair enough.
Okay. So is this kind of like the under and time stands still?
Nope, not at all. Time still goes on. They still have summers here, but
They
it's
just
usually always
celebrate it
snowing.
every day.
Yes.
Oh, always Yule.
Yeah. Come. And she gets out of the sleigh and helps you down if you need it to. And you begin your trek into the village. Um, you enter the village, and it's just decked out in evergreen garlands and this beautiful central large evergreen tree decked out in ornaments and tinsel and fairy lights. And on the top of it is this beautiful sparkling star that kind of shimmers in the moonlight. Um, just beyond that is this large looking tavern, where you see, made out in this elegant, beautiful, like candy cane looking writing that says, Prancer's Inn. You can hear a lively uh, celebration going on the inside is this warm glow. You see people in the windows of their silhouettes of this yellow golden glow, and the warmth of the fire just kind of, you can feel it from the outside. Well, I want to show you the reason we're doing all of this. How about you all go
Okay.
Into the inn.
into the inn?
All right.
Whatever you
Elowen
say.
opens the door and she ushers everybody to go in.
Bailey follows in.
All this too.
When you enter in, you see just a whole crowd of people in there, all dressed up in festive outfits and wear hats and gloves and scarves as an open hearth fire is burning in this beautiful stone fireplace. There's like antler decorations and little baubles and ornaments hanging from their antlers and portraits of winter's landscapes, and there's just tables with people and playing games and drinking and eating. A beautiful Yuletide tree off in the corner wrapped with tinsel and presents underneath. A lively bar and a bard singing classic and Yuletide carols and things like that. Um, as you here, I got this for you if you want it. Everyone kind of hushes a little bit as you all enter, and for a moment, you all kind of like look at everyone like, oh, could we just kind of go in on something? And then as you start to look around, you realize it's all people that you know, people that you've met, people that you've passed on your journeys. And uh eventually Evelyn steps forward, um and she says, come on, there's someone I need you to meet.
Okay.
And you all follow her over to the fire where the Christmas tree is set in the corner, and someone is in a rocking chair where children, elves, and orcs and just different races and things like that are all gathered around listening to stories being told. And you look and you see it's Eliot.
That
Doing here? You're supposed to be in the
surprise.
under.
Um, and then Eliot, reads the last page, and to all a good night. All right, that's it for the story time. You guys go enjoy, sneak some presents, eat some candy canes. And he looks up and goes, you guys made it.
Bailey looks suspicious. She kind of looks at the others and shakes her head like, is this right?
To be him. I mean, mm, This is kind of like the Under a little. Not okay. It's not like the Under at all. You're right.
Eliot gets up from the rocking chair and puts the storybook on the chair, and he goes over to give you guys hugs. I'm so happy you guys made it, and you look absolutely dashing.
You're supposed to be preparing in the Under.
Stop worrying about all that. There's plenty of time to worry about it later. Tonight, we celebrate us and the spirit of Yule. Let your defenses down. It's okay.
It's quite hard since we've had our defenses up for over a year now.
I understand, but let this be your time to breathe. Finally.
Okay.
So how are you back here? How are you not kept busy in the Under? How are you here?
You're always so worried about the why. Why can't you just let tonight be a magical celebration?
Can I insight check him?
Mhm.
Insight check. Okay.
What'd you get?
A very high number.
Go on.
I rolled a 12.
You see, it seems to be like that's like he's not trying to be deceptive or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Bailey eases up and her posture visibly relaxes. She's like, okay, you're right. We should just enjoy this evening.
There you go. Don't worry about what's next, and that's the end of it, okay?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I trust you. You're right.
And I am happy to tell you Sapphiria is alive.
She's alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a
Evelyn
lot.
kind of.
Yeah, good. I'm glad Evelyn told you and no one else spoiled surprise. She's here. She's upstairs. She's resting, but she'll come down. But now, you all look like you're parched and need some food.
I
Yeah, we
would
just
love
had
some
some
seaweed.
apple cookies on the way.
Well, perfect. Well, there's a feast for everyone. You can get it. It's come and go as you please. The whole buffet. Enjoy eggnog, ale, and I even heard that the 10th annual Dragonfire drinking contest is happening later this evening. The most Dragonfire ale that anyone can drink wins the grand prize. Just know that Dragonfire ale is very hot and very cinnamon.
Listen, I'm a tiefling and I've drank my fair share of Dragonfire ale.
Okay, well, hey, then maybe you should enter into the contest.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Since we are letting go, maybe we should all enter the contest.
Ooh,
It'd be pretty fun.
be careful,
Although,
it'll get you.
well, I've never really partaken anything like that, so I'm sure I will not be the winner, but it'd be fun to partake. You
That
know,
just makes it even better,
last
Elowen.
last hurrah.
Huh. Last hurrah.
No, there'll be many more hurrahs after this.
I
Right.
mean,
What?
that's the whole point of the chance of them doing the
And we
pillars, right?
believe in that chance.
You're right.
Yeah.
Good. Now, looks like you have visitors. And Lucan, you feel a tugging on your jacket. Uncle Lucan, is that really you?
He's going to smile really big and then pick up, I assume, his nibblings.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna pick them up and he's gonna like give them a big hug and he's gonna like start talking to them. He's gonna just be like, "How are you guys? Like, I've missed you so much. Like, how's home? How's your mom?" kind of thing. Just like,
Well, first and foremost, Mr. Eliot came to our door and invited us to this Yuletide party. And he said that their special guest would be here, and we knew it was going to be you. But as for Mom, why don't you go talk to her yourself, silly?
"Oh, where's she at?
She's, of course, trying to clean and pour drinks for everyone.
Is she getting paid for that?"
I sure hope so. Everyone here in this town is so very nice.
Mm, He is going to like take them with him, and he's actually gonna go like find her and like keep carrying them. He's got like one on his shoulder and like the other two like like on his, not really on his hip, but just like carrying
Yeah,
them like effortlessly in his arm.
they start to like giggle in like childish glee as they get to hang out with their uncle Lucan. They're like messing with his fur on his jacket and all of that. And then you come over to your sister who what like is wiping her forehead with a towel. She's like, okay, that's it. No more drinks this evening. I know I pour a mean apple cider. Lucan?
Hey, how are you? I heard you guys had a personal invitation tonight.
Yes, your friend Elliot Spellman. He's the one that knocked on our door and said that we had to come. It's so good to see you. And she puts down the towel and gives her brother a hug.
He like hugs her back and he's like, I know, like, I'm sorry. Um, I didn't, I thought that we were gonna be home again. I just hope that everything's been going well.
Everything's been going just fine, and you don't need to apologize. You're on some grand adventure. We're always here being your number one fans back home.
Everyone's just gotten so big. I feel bad. I
Big,
know.
look at yourself, Mr. Muscles. But hey, listen, the kids got you a gift. I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Okay. Is it handmade?
It's something like that. Um, they your nibblings kind of climb off of you and they go run under the tree and they find this beautiful silver and gold box wrapped in paper and ribbon, and they're like, here, Uncle Lucan, open it, open it, open it.
He'll kind of like laugh and he'll like kneel down to the floor, and he'll like slowly start to like peel the paper away.
You open up the present, and on the inside, you see this patchwork, like small little suit, with a little top hat with some holly and some ribbon around it. And you can see that it's been very haphazardly sewn, but you can see that the kids try to put it together. It's a little suit for Honey. Go on, put it on him, put it on him.
Um, okay, he's gonna like reach into his bag and he'll pull out honey and then he's gonna like hand it to them. He's like, "Here, you put it on them or put it on him."
Here, give it to me. No, I want it. No, I want it. Hey, I'm the oldest. I will do it. And they start to put on the little suit, and then the youngest one's like, well, I want to put on the hat. And then she goes, okay, here. And then she hands it over, and he puts the little hat on and pulls the ears through the little holes in the top hat to secure it. Oh, Uncle Lucan, he looks all dressed up.
Well, thank you guys. Where are your guys' suits? Didn't you make yourself any?
We didn't have enough fabric. And that's not
Hmm.
because we didn't buy enough.
Oh.
I see. Okay. That's okay. When I get home, we can make you guys all your own outfits.
Really?
Yeah, we'll do it together.
Oh, yay!
He kind of like stops and he sighs and he like stands up and he like puts honey away and he like rubs the top of their heads with this and he's like, I'm so glad you guys were able to make it. Like, I've missed you all so much.
We miss you too, Uncle Lucan, but we're glad that we are spending time with you now.
Me too.
All right. Meanwhile, everyone is back with Eliot. All right. So we're signing up for the Dragonfire competition. Perfect. I'm sure you guys will all do great. You have my highest hopes. I would drink with you, but I gotta stay sane this evening.
Insane.
Yes.
Will
You
it make
gotta,
us go insane?
you're gonna get drunk if you just have one. They pack a punch. It's
They do.
Dragonfire Ale.
It's
He looks
hot
at Bailey
too.
like very worried.
I'll be fine. I'm a tiefling.
No, I mean like, will it actually punch you?
Gosh, no. I mean, in a good way, though.
How is punching ever good?
There's a lot we could talk about, but it's fine. It's good. It's like a spicy.
Spicy. She like went to go like say something to Luke and be like, "Do I like spicy?" But Lucan's not there.
Have you ever had hot sauce?
No, I like salt.
We, we don't have a ton of time, but if we have dinner tonight, remind me to dump some hot sauce on your food.
Okay, that sounds hot.
It's good. It's hot. You'll like it. I love it.
But you like fire. I don't like fire.
I mean, that's true, but I sailed
Mr.
across
Elliot,
an
will it make my
ocean.
mouth go on fire?
Not literally, but it'll feel like it.
Oh god, okay.
The answer is kind of yes.
She's just looking between the two of you.
Figuratively, not literally.
It'll be
Okay,
good, Thal.
okay.
You know I would never hurt you.
Yes.
Bailey, I have a gift for you.
Okay.
Upstairs, red door on the left.
Okay. Thank you. She'll
Yeah.
head that way.
Bailey takes to the stairs, and as she kind of like takes a moment on the landing, kind of looking at all the festivities of the people that surround her and love her and are her friends, everyone being merry. As you continue down the hall and find the red door on the left, do you open it? Do you knock?
She'll knock and then she'll open it.
You open the door, and you see a bed. It's all got all festive lighting and curtains, and it's very warm. And then you see someone standing by the window in a very crushed red velvet kind of slip with a green kind of cover up that like just kind of comes down to about midway. Um, and you turn and you see, as she turns, you see that it's Mia.
Yeah. Bailey steps forward and just walks to her. She doesn't really say anything, but she just goes to her and she'll like gently brush her hair back from her face. Just be like, "How are you here?"
Well, I don't want to spoil the fun, but I'm not actually here.
I thought maybe that might be the case.
I am what you call a spectral image myself. It's all of your memories that you've ever thought of me is here. I'm still here. I can talk to you about anything. I know everything. I'm just not physically here.
Yeah. Again, I thought maybe that was true. And she'll take a step back and sit down on the edge of the bed. She definitely looks upset. So if you know everything, I mean, tell me the truth. Are you okay? Are you safe? Do you know what I'm saying to you right now, or is this just my imagination?
It's your imagination, but that doesn't mean it's not true. I I think I'm okay. Eliot, he said that you're gonna come find me and save me, and I've been holding on to that. And I think that's what made me be able to be here with you right now.
Yeah, this whole time, all I've been trying to do is find you and keep you safe. But it's complicated.
I understand. But let's not let's not do this. Let's just be together tonight.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I don't know how many chances we'll have for this.
You look beautiful.
So do you.
Thank you. This whole thing. This was Do you remember this outfit?
Yeah, I do.
The night when you took me ice skating and we shared our first kiss under the mistletoe? And I spilled all of that hot chocolate down your front, and I felt so bad.
It's one of the best nights of my life.
Really?
Yeah. Come
Because
sit
mine
next.
too.
Come here.
Okay. And she goes over and she sits next to Bailey on the bed.
Bailey takes off the necklace that she bought for Mia and puts it around her neck and latches it. As soon
It's
as I
just,
saw this, I thought of you.
it's beautiful. It's dwarven made. That's so expensive.
Don't worry about it. But I've worn it since I got it, so it's like a little piece of me.
Wow. It's beautiful, and I think it does complement my outfit.
I love you, Mia.
I love you too, Bailey.
You have
And
no
she,
idea how much I just want us to have a normal life together.
we will. But also, you know me. I don't like normal. That's why I'm marrying you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll be married soon, Mia.
I mean, just think if we were together right now in our apartment, we would just be having us together. But now we're with friends, with people who actually love us.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
come on.
everything that's happened this year, in some ways, it has been a blessing.
I agree. But what's more fun than our own little fairy tale, right? Where that
Well,
charming and beautiful princess saves the damsel in distress. Although you're not much of a princess, you're more like a warrior.
let's let's just enjoy the night together.
Agreed.
Come lay with me.
All right, but only for a little bit because I've been dying to go back down.
Okay, fair enough.
And they lay with each other behind closed doors. And back to Thal and Eliot, or Thal and um, Elowen. All right, now I've got to sign up, but there's still more gifts to give. Who's next?
She she's shorter than me. Wait, who's shorter than a
What?
who's shorter? Like I know you're like 16, but I am also this 18. So I'm not as big.
Val, you can
Yes.
take it.
Okay. What is a gift?
You know what a gift is, silly.
Okay.
Your gift this year is waiting for you out back.
She like looks back and forth real fast, and she just zips away, runs outside.
Well, okay. I'm sure she'll enjoy it.
You could bring her to
Uh,
pool.
a pool, yes. Frozen, yes. But I'm sure she'll enjoy who's there.
I had a
Um,
feeling.
So Thal, you go out back and you see there's this kind of glittering like ice skating rink where a couple people are skating by and holding hand in hand and coupled up on benches and staying warm. As you see two women with the same colored skin as you and bright iridescent hair. Um, and you realize that it's your sister and your mother.
Skating?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's other people around.
Oh, okay.
You're not alone.
She like kind of pops her head like this. She's like, "Hello," but she says it in fish.
Lana, she comes up, she goes, "Ah, my sister," and she extends her arms for a hug.
She hugs her back.
You have no idea how hard it's been trying to get mother to come this far north.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool, like literally pretty cool, right?
I'm pretty happy to be here. This place is beautiful. I'm happy to be with you, but Mom, you're gonna want to talk to her. You know how she can be.
Can you talk to her?
No, this is your battle. I'm going back inside where it's a little warmer and there's food to eat. Love you, sis.
Okay,
She
bye.
You see your mother elegant in her formal winter wear as she stares across the frozen pond watching people skate by with her arms folded.
That'll like creep up and she'll be like, "Look at this frozen water. It's really cool, isn't it?"
Yes, thou, that it is. Your sister has drugged me far north and made me don on human legs for this little
Nice.
gathering.
They aren't that all that bad, right? I mean, they're a little funky, and I do miss the swimming, but they're not terrible because you get to
Takes
go to other places.
it takes me 10 times as longer to get to point A to point B now.
Yeah, it's a it's a it's a steep learning curve, I've discovered. But stairs, I would avoid those. They're like devils.
Thou, it has come to my attention that you do not wish to return to your home.
I mean, no.
I thought as much.
It's not because of you or anything. I do miss the waters. I just things have come up.
At first, I was disappointed, and I thought it might be the reasons of why your father and I and your sisters and the rest of your pod have something to do with us. But I've come to realize that you have your own part of yourself here on land, and for that, I give you my blessing.
Really?
Yes,
But I can still come home
of
if I
course.
need to.
You can always come home.
I can make like a pool somewhere where you guys can come visit too. I can live by a river or something.
Yes,
Like
I think we could do that. I'm still trying to mull things over with your father. He is not very happy about this, but just wanted to let you know that your mother does care about you, and I wish to see you happy. And I can see that you
you.
are happy on land.
I am pretty happy on land. I've met lots of great people. I even met Ariel.
Ah, yes. King Triton's youngest.
Mhm.
She too wishes for the human world, and she got it.
Yeah. Hers was a lot more complicated than mine, though.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. She seems to always be getting herself into trouble, quite like yourself.
Mm, I've gotten better.
I'm sure you have. But
And Val goes in for an awkward hug.
uh, she takes a moment before then patting her daughter on the back, and she says, "Would you like to go skating?"
Yeah, I done it once before. It didn't end well. But yeah.
Well, for the first time, you have your mother's shoulder to lean on.
Okay. This is going to be great.
Perfect.
And I think that will magically make ice skates.
Beautiful. Powerful. Here, I have my own. And she changes into her skates as you two go onto the pond and start making your way across it. Kind of trying to get your bearings, but with your mother's support, you guys are able to glide across the river or the pond as if you're swimming through air. Back inside, um, Eliot looks at Ellen and is like, "Okay, last but not least, I think you already know what's coming."
An idea.
Oh, well, I didn't want to spoil it, but I think he's coming right behind you.
Talib? And she turns around.
Talib in his most festive of fairy god brother outfits for Yule comes over and runs and gives Elowen a hug. He's like, "I knew you'd be here."
I had no idea this was happening. Look at you! It's official.
It is official. You are my charge, and I am a fully blown fairy godbrother.
I am most impressed. I knew that you would always make something of yourself one day, even though you were just a sneaky little prankster back in the wood.
Let's just say that fairy godmother, she has definitely taught me the ways of how to better myself and use my skills sometimes to find loopholes in magic.
That's not always a bad thing, but watch
Ex-
yourself.
I know. But I mean, look at you. You're the one that's gonna like save the world and everything.
We can at least try.
And you're going to succeed. You always do.
Yes, you know, maybe a few fumbles are on the way, but I get there eventually.
With your friends by your side, anything is possible.
I'm so glad that you're here.
Me too. Me too. I'm sorry I didn't have any presents or anything to bring, but I kind of don't get paid to be a fairy god brother. So I don't have money, but I do have magic.
Well, you didn't have to bring anything. You yourself is a present.
My presence is a present?
Your presence is a present.
Well, then I think I'm the best gift there ever was.
Yes, and you know what? And she takes her staff and she makes a little using druidcraft. She makes like a little viney bow and plops it on his head.
Oh, I don't think this clashes with my outfit?
Um, it's in the spirit of things.
Well, I like it. All right, come on. I'm starving, and that vegetable soup looks so good.
It really does. Hey, have you ever drank before?
I can't drink.
Not since you're a fairy godfather?
Nope. No.
Have you ever before? I know that we've always been close, but you were always sneaky.
I mean, there were definitely some times I had some wine from the elders. Secret stash.
Well, I'm going to enter into the fire ale contest.
Dragonfire ale drinking contest? Oh, Elowen.
Just have my back if it goes bad.
And I'll hold your hair when you hurl.
Hopefully it won't go that far.
I hope not. Those things will kick you on your ass.
You're not supposed to curse, Mr. Fairy Godfather.
Hey, listen, it's a learning curve. And Fairy Godmother's not here to scold me, so I think we're okay for a little bit.
You might always be watching, you never know.
There's always someone watching. Always.
Let's go get some stew.
Perfect. So at this time, you all kind of have done your little family outings and friend outings before coming back downstairs to gather around and get your feast on, if you will. And you eat your breads and porridges and cranberries and just all this beautiful feast before you. Before someone says, "All right, it's time for the Dragonfire Challenge. Everyone who has signed up to be in the contest, make your way over to the mead table." And you see a couple people like start to drift over to a table off in the corner. All right, and then this another person's like, "Okay, and then if we're going to do this, we're gonna do our secret gifts if you want over here. And hey, we're making gingerbread houses over here if anyone wants to join in." And just kind of people start to kind of disperse and do different activities for the night. But you all make your way over to the Dragonfire table. Um, and the head person is a orc. And he's like, "All right, everyone, it's 10 gold pieces to enter, 5 for the pot, 5 for the house."
Here you go.
Bailey hands over 10 GP.
And then that will also hand over her gold.
Is Lucan joining?
Sure, why not? He'll hand over 10.
All right, perfect. The rules are simple. The person to drink the most bottles of Dragonfire Ale will win the pot. An astounding, he starts counting out all the pieces. 180 gold pieces. Not bad, not bad. All right. You must keep drinking. If you vomit at any time, you are disqualified. If you throw in the towel, you also are disqualified. You have to keep drinking. That is the most important part. Stopping for longer than 30 seconds, disqualification.
Oh man.
All right, Elowen,
Okay.
good luck.
You got this.
Um, a woman brings over just a slew of bottles of this Dragonfire Ale, and she starts popping off the tops of all the bottles, and she starts setting them out all in front of you. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone, you're gonna roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear. Okay.
22.
15.
It's loading. Hold tight. Sorry.
26.
4.
So, uh, Thal immediately drinks a little bit and then just spits it out. Just like, "Yep, this isn't it."
That's spicy. No, no. Did not like. Mm-mm.
Thal, you have been disqualified, and another person gets disqualified too. Immediately you're like, "Whoa, this has got some punch." But you finish your first bottles. All right, the rest of you, go ahead and roll again.
11.
19.
15.
All right, Lucan, you down that second bottle, and you're like, "Ooh, this is kind of hitting already." On your next roll, you're gonna roll with disadvantage.
Oh no.
But Elowen and Baili, you seem to keep it down.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
onto the third
You
bottle.
impress me like no other, Elowen.
Thals is cheering everybody on. You guys can do this.
One of
It's
my traits.
awful, but do it.
17.
12 plus 4, 16 again.
It's going down every time.
Naturally.
Uh-oh.
24, and that was with disadvantage.
Nice. So Lucan comes back in. He's like, fuck it, I got this third drink. Elowen, though, however, on your next roll, you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
What about Baili?
Nope, Bailey's still good. Same thing with Lucan. The effects of being drunk are starting to get to you. You'll still roll with disadvantage. Alrighty. Alright, go ahead, roll again.
Oof. An 11.
What is it? 11,
I said
15
11.
16.
with disadvantage.
15.
Alright. So with that one, Bailey doesn't meet the catch.
It hits hard,
Um,
guys. After the third bottle, it hits hard.
So she gets about halfway through the fourth bottle and is like, all right, gotta stamp her out. But Elowen and Lucan are still going at it. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage again.
17. 14. 14.
13.
Oh, so neither of you meant the cut. But finally on that fifth bottle, you both are like, all right, I cannot do this anymore. Sputtering and trying to keep it together. But as you look across the table, you see that everyone else had gotten out on the fourth bottle except for Lucan and Elowen. So it was just the two of you.
Lucan, we did it! We did it, Lucan!
Sal, do you see them?
Making really weird things with their eyes.
They're-
It's like they can't open them anymore. And I can't even understand what she's saying. Is she speaking a different language now?
Look, I'm pretty drunk. I don't know where they're at, but it's far away.
All right, we're splitting the house pot this evening. It goes to challengers Elowen and Lucan.
Yes,
The
Lucan
whole
and
chunk.
Yes.
He starts like bowing.
Well deserved. Well
so
deserved.
as Elowen goes, yes, she goes, yeah, and burps.
Oh, no! Oh,
And
okay, burp.
fire bursts out of her mouth. And as Lucan goes to bow, he also belches into the ground with fire coming out of his mouth. And immediately the effects of the drunkenness kind of dissipate. And that is our winning round. After you belch from a dragon fire ale, you can keep drinking. Cheers to our new winners for after the 10th annual Dragonfire Ale drinking contest comes to an end.
I'm not drinking any more of that. Eliot was right. Drinking's bad.
In moderation, it's okay.
I did my pretty good for my first time drinking.
I mean, yeah, you won.
Elowen,
Congratulations, you two.
you beat me.
Well, it wasn't hard.
Holy shit. And she just kind of turns and walks away.
You see that Evelyn is kind of standing off in the corner drinking an apple martini, just kind of surveying the room.
Bailey will walk over to Elowen. Or Evelyn, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Hey,
Well, hello.
thanks for the gift.
Of course. An enchanted evening with friends and family. It's what I wanted to show you this whole time.
So, how about your enchanted evening? Did you do anything special?
Giving you guys this was special enough.
Evelyn, you deserve something.
Trust me. seeing the lights on your faces and hope being restored to you means a lot.
Do you feel hopeful?
Yes. If Eliot believes it, then so do I.
Bailey will step forward and give Evelyn a hug.
Careful, hon. That might drink. And she goes and she gives you a one-armed hug while holding out her appletini.
Bailey gives her a genuine hug and then steps back.
Evelyn steps away and you see that she like rubs the unders of her eyes. She's like, oh, I didn't know I could actually cry.
You're a good person, Evelyn. Thank you for everything.
Of course. Oh, well, look at there. Isn't it the belle of the ball? And you see coming down the steps is Sapphiria. She looks war-torn. She looks bloodied and bruised. Um, just she looks a little worse for wear, but she's trying her best. Immediately kind of like people start to like kind of look up at her. And then in the center of the room, Eliot looks up at Sapphiria and he just smiles. And then he kind of brushes through the crowd and goes to the bottom of the steps. And he's like, I'm glad you're awake.
Sleep the entire night.
Well, you've been doing a lot of that recently. You deserve it though.
A lot of makeup for, I guess.
How's your side?
I'll manage.
Sapph?
I'll manage. How's everybody else, though?
Well, I mean, look at them. Look at their smiling faces around family and friends.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, let's eat.
I saved you a plate. All of your favorites. And I even made sure to
Tarts?
steal a couple. No, no hearts.
I love tarts.
Oh, tarts. I thought you said hearts.
No!
No, I stopped eating those a long time ago.
I got scared there for a moment. But
That was
yeah,
at one time.
still, one time too many.
I
Here,
saved everybody.
Eliot pulls out the plate of assortment of foods and sweets and things like that and gives it to her. As they're at the end of the staircase, Eliot kind of looks up and you see like a mistletoe holding like being hung from the ceiling rafters. And he like looks up, he goes, and he like you kind of see him blush a little bit, and he's like, mistletoe.
She's like looking down at her feet.
Eliot looks at Sapph and gives her a quick peck on the cheek. And he says, hey, I love you.
I love you too.
Good. Now let's go be merry. There's not a lot of time left.
Don't remind me.
I know. I just hope that this was enough for them to restore hope. I hope they're not mad at us for this.
Well, I mean, they can't be too mad. They'll get the live on if this works.
It will. Evelyn and I have been talking about the whole pillar thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've argued really about it, but the time's not here to talk about that type of stuff.
You two okay now, though?
Well, yeah. I think we're gonna be okay. She's just happy to be out of the tower and not with the princesses.
I can see that, definitely. Especially with their reputation.
Yeah.
At least Snow's not there.
I mean, yeah, that's still something that I'm hoping that we can fix with this whole pillar thing.
Yeah. That's kind of a dark mark on my own past as well.
Hey, if you haven't noticed, all of this is because of me.
And all of it's because I egged you on to do it too.
Yeah, but I
I
should have
could have
listened to
stopped
you.
it.
And I
And I
shoulda,
could have
coulda,
hid
wouldas.
evidence. Mm-hmm.
You know me. I was going to find anything you try to find for me, hide from me.
Right. Could have burned it. I could have gone to the Never.
We've talked about that.
I know, I won't go.
You promise?
I promise. Why would I go back there?
Well, recent events.
Well, neither here or there. I'm not going back. As I
You
said,
know
we'll solve
what
a different way.
you know what would happen.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's get back to our friends.
Yeah. She kind of
So
like leans on Eliot for support,
he
trying to
takes her.
hide.
Yeah, he had to make sure that he extends his arm for her to hold on. But then he makes his way over to the rest of you guys. Well, hello. Sapph has finally awakened.
We are so glad you're here and with us.
I'm very glad to see you all as well. I have heard you've been on quite an adventure.
Just a little one.
Little. I've heard you actually seen Obsidious face to face as well recently. Well, did better
Yes.
than I did.
If only I'd known. It was truly Obsidious. Had him in my claws.
Literally?
Yeah, and she also wrote a letter
To who?
to no one because you know what happened.
Yeah. I really do that find that funny though. I'm sorry. The Brotherhood, I know you like had like relations, but still.
Listen, the fact that Obsidious really thought that I would marry someone named Chadwick? Come on.
Okay, well, you had us all fooled. I mean, it was
Me?
pretty convincing. Not you. Okay, Obsidious had us all fooled. He's in your body.
Yeah, I really wish I had my body back because my anima form is not my favorite. I mean, it's nice I don't have to go to the bathroom or anything, but like sometimes like I just want to experience what it's like to be a human again. I go from Phoenix to human to astral fucking projection.
We'll work on your body part. That sounded weird. Work on getting your body back.
Okay,
I promise.
I have no doubts.
Trust me, when
But
I see that man, all hell's gonna break loose.
oh, trust me, you have every bit to do whatever you need to do because yeah, ew. Oh my god, if that was my body, does that mean
What?
ew?
What's ew?
Chadwick and my body, like
Ew.
There are nibblings
You.
at this table.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
That's
Maybe
pretty
I should go.
gross.
Maybe we should just kill Chadwick sooner rather than later.
That's our first stop.
Oh, Whoa. Oh, you guys want to kill him?
Well, we pledged to take down the syndicate, for Bailey.
Okay.
And Evelyn has made a decision that might help out with the Hellhounds. So no traversing the plains.
What about your puppy problem? They're not very nice. I mean, if you had like food, they're pretty nice, but they almost ate Bisnip once. We're like,
Who?
we're just
Bisnip, what?
walking through the Never, and like it attacked Bisnip, and I had to like get it off of him. They're not very nice.
Bisnip is very, very. How did he survive that?
I mean, he just sucks on my blood and just got better. He's a demon. Don't worry. He's not actually a cat. He's still at the
Okay.
Magisterium watching out for everything.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that sounded really weird. That makes sense all to me. I am.
Before
We're-
we dive deeper into that, is everyone full? Everyone got all of their tummies full and well rested and all that. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys could come to Mistletoe Village.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too. It was a good time.
All right. Well, it's time you guys return to the clock tower.
My pipe up and feel like, I don't want to go though.
I know you don't want to, but this dream is almost over.
It is hard to leave.
Dream.
Yeah.
That's how we got time.
Yeah.
We're in our bedrooms when we put the clothes on, right?
You figured it out. You always do.
It makes sense
Oh.
now. Of course.
Wait, so everything that happened here, like everything my mom said, is that real?
They're dreaming too.
Oh, thank God. That means I can stay.
You can stay?
Yeah, my mom. Well, my mom gave blessing that I can stay and land.
Well, you're always welcome. I'm sure Eliot will be fine if we just continue to use your room in the clock tower.
It's fine with me.
Close enough to the water too.
And Lucan, don't worry. Your gift for honey is sitting waiting for you on the desk when you wake up.
I'll be sure to put it on as soon as I wake.
I'm sorry this wasn't real. But I figured you guys could use a little holiday magic.
It,
We
it
did.
was wonderful.
Good. I'm glad. But once you return in the sleigh, you'll return back in your beds.
Okay. That's fair.
Mr. Elliot, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'll be fine. Well, we'll figure it out. And I think there's something important to note too, is that when I was researching more and more about this death, it won't be. It'll be a death like sleep.
Sounds scary too.
But with that, there's a chance that you will wake up, a higher chance than what we originally thought.
Fantastic. So all this planning that we have or making right now actually will come to fruition. Not just telling lies to our family.
It still sounds
Down
like a
so
maybe.
quickly.
We just have to do our jobs right.
No pressure.
For sure. All right. Evelyn needs to return the sleigh to a friend of mine.
Who's
Oh, I
this
thought it
friend?
was your sleigh.
He goes by many names. Some people call him Santa Claus, Old Saint Nick, Father Christmas, where I'm from.
Where are
But
you
here,
from?
it's a place called Earth.
That looks horrified.
It's a place with no magic. I'll tell you that.
That's the worst planet place.
Yeah. And I don't ever want to go back there.
Good thing you're not.
Exactly. But yeah. She's got to return it to him. He's got a lot to do tonight.
Well, then we best be off.
He gives Elowen a hug and then goes over to Thal and Baili and Lucan and gives you all hugs. And he looks at you all and he says, Merry Yolmas.
You'll miss Mr. Eliot.
Don't worry. We'll see each other when you wake up.
Yeah.
One by one, you kind of said your goodbyes to everyone as their dreaming selves start to disappear from the party, as the music starts to die down. And it's just kind of the rest of you. And Evelyn is at the front door with her coat on, and she's pulled her gloves back, and she's like, "Okay, you all ready to go?"
Yes.
No.
I guess so.
All right, let's go. And you head out of the village, past the giant tree in the middle, into the sleigh. You kind of gather back into the sleigh. Evelyn takes off as you fly back south, as the lights pass through you and you enter back into Everas and pass by the glittering cities and of slumbering people below, and eventually arise back to the rooftop of the clock tower. Um, the horses disappear, or the skeletal horses disappear, um, and the sleigh turns red, and you guys head back down inside, and go to your respective rooms to see your guys self back to go to sleep, and you fall into a deep wintry sleep, and that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh, I want more.